Introducing the stars for your Denver Nuggets. Starting at 12, 6'10", number 27, corner. In the middle, 7 feet, number 52.
What a great front court match. We have tonight, Legs. Do those battles look a little different from when you played?
Well, certainly there's less wrestling going on down on the block. More of these post players now want to step out and face up. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of either style.
A lot of space on the floor, that's for sure.
There's no doubt much more difficult to defend these post players with all this versatility.
Here's the starting group for Cincinnati. We've got Jalen Wells, and it's Johnson in at the point guard position. Money from the wing.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Jokic the screen to the inside. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Pass to Howe. Here's McGrady. Six to shoot, and he drives in. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Fox outside. Now here's Jokic. To the paint. And the dunk by Jokic.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
Here's McGrady. A reliable go-to guy for them. He's averaging around 26.5 a game. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective. Taking it right to the defense.
Chalk up two there.
Well, it's early, but I love their offensive game plan to this point.
The Lions have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one of a kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
Well, they missed one after 4 straight makes. Still a good start to the game.
Pass to Reed. Here's McGrady. And once again, off the mark by Cincinnati.
That's a tough start for them offensively. Now just 1 for 5 from the field. They've got to find their groove.
Fox, the pass to Jokic. And Reed pulls it down.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
And that one drops.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Now here's Fox. 15 in his last outing. And Reed pulls it down.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Here's Howe. They set a pick. Pass to Johnson. The three. Drills it from deep. Johnson's got 5 now.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Fox deciding where to go with it. Tries it from the top of the key. The shot's good.
Such an unpredictable player. Fox enjoys toying with defenders and bullying them in pick and rolls.
McGrady the pass to Reed. And here's Wells. Pass to McGrady. Now here's Reed. Sinks that one from the post.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Now here's Fox, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game. Here's the pick. Gervin, pass to Oden. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
He was gripping the rock on the way to the slam.
No way he was going to get stripped on that one. McGrady the pass to Johnson. Knocked away. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Lets the 3 fly. Korver, that one's good. Korver's got his second basket.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
McGrady the pass to Howell. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Fox. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
They've done a great job facilitating shooters. Their early game has seen a lot of hot passes and has kept the defense guessing as well.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
Johnson, he's checked in for Denver. Back to Wall. He shoots it. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Korver's got 8.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Wall. Off target from outside. Drexler passes to Cooper. Here's Drexler. Looking to win the run. And it's good on the layup.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Pass to Worthy. Here's Korver, covered by Johnson. Back to Wall. Let's go with a 3. Can't get it to fall. 0 for 2 now. For Cincinnati, they've gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Down low. Powered down after the assist led him to the lane.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, it's just an outstanding effort thus far. They've done a great job at both ends.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 5. Pass to Drexler for 3. Here's Rulin. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. It's Johnson with a drive. It's tipped. And they get it back. 2 points. That one goes.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Johnson for 3. Rebounded by Denver.
Well, unfortunately, his poor shooting is not helping their case here.
A minute 37 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Olajuwon. Beyond the arc. And it's Drexler missing. Denver leading by 12. Inside. Wall against Johnson. The fader, nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Looking for a little extra style points right there with the fadeaway.
Pass to Rulin. Here's Cooper. There's 49 seconds left in the first quarter here. Johnson for three. Sinks it from distance. Johnson's got 8 points.
That's just a smart play right there. The right pass to a ready shooter.
Worthy passes to Wall. Here's Korver. And good. Coming on the assist by Wall.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Pass to Johnson. And again, it's Cincinnati with a three.
Well, he is doing everything he can offensively in this quarter, but unfortunately, it's a team game, and he can't win this alone.
Here's Worthy. Korver passes to Johnson. From deep. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Nuggets, this has been the game they've wanted to have.
On the front foot, really right off the tip. They've been ruthless offensively.
Well, they haven't been challenged so far. Everything they're doing seems to be working.
They've got the Aaron Fox. He's out there with John Wall. And it's Nene in at the center position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Denver shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And Legs, more and more, we're seeing teams investing in player development. What's behind that?
Well, for one thing, more teams understand that your development staff doesn't count toward the cap, so you're open-ended in that regard, and there are teams now looking for an edge by investing in areas where they're not constrained.
Winning on the margins, man. Well, Cincinnati's shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Drexler passes to McGrady. Over Wall. Here's Olajuwon. And it's Denver with a rebound.
Yeah, it was relentless play at both ends of the court in that game. They were able to seize control and maintain it.
That is the way they would like to play every night, but of course each opponent represents different challenges.
Pass to Reed. And here's Wells. Back to Reed. The shot from the low post is good.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And so Wall will bring it up for the Nuggets. 13-point lead. Now here's Fox from behind the arc. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
I like it. Setting up Fox that time, getting him something in rhythm.
Pass to Drexler. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's McGrady. Rebounded by Fox. The Nuggets lead by 16. Outside Wall. Back to Fox. And there's the screen. Here's Nene. Shot clock at 6. Here's Curvin. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
When you watch the Aaron Fox, is there anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, BA, this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
Cincinnati calls timeout. Jokic is checked in for Denver, and Cincinnati making a change here. Here's a look at some stats for him. Cincinnati working the ball around now. Outside Wells. McGrady. Basket's good. McGrady's gotten his first bucket of the night. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Fox with the ball. He has 6. Again, Denver scores.
Smart play by Fox. If you can't find penetration, take what you can get.
Here's McGrady. His last outing, we saw him score 13. Wells up top. Launches it. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That's great use of the bounce pass in that situation to make sure the ball got there.
On the wing, Fox. Give him 8. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And again, it's Cincinnati. Denver leading by 13. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be. And to be honest, I like it because I have something more at home. Something that's more important than basketball. Back to you, Brian.
Some good perspective. Thank you very much for the report, Allie.
I just love the ball movement.
Jokic the screen to the middle. Throw it down, Nikola.
I love watching Fox distribute the ball, knowing it's part of his role to involve his teammates.
Here's Drexler. He came away with 14 points in his last game. Pass to McGrady. Three-pointer. Nene grabs the board.
Man, it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Here's Jokic. And Reed pulls it down. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Drexler. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Denver leading by 12. To the inside. Here's Jokic. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 5th assist in this one. For Cincinnati, they've gone 5 of 10 in the second quarter. Howell passes to Wells. Three-pointer. Buries it from 3. Wells has got 6 points in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Now a timeout called by Denver. And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Liz?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
Johnson with a bucket.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Johnson against Fox. Back to Johnson. 4-3. Denver grabs the miss. They led by as many as 18. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Cincinnati. Here's Korver, covered by Johnson. Back to Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots. And the Nuggets getting another bucket to fall.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
McGrady, the pass to Howell. And out of bounds. Denver will have it. Nearly halfway through the season. Let's see the standings out east. You take a look at the Lions. They've put together the 6th best record in the conference.
Well, I think for the Lions, what's impressive is they've reached much of their potential this year. The big question, though, people are asking is, do they have what it takes to become a front runner?
Well, I think that extra gear is coming, especially as we get further down the stretch, when you're trying to build momentum for a playoff run.
Smart move by Fox off the pick and roll, passing to a ready score.
Pass to Howell. Misses from short range.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Fox, the pass to Oden. The basket's good off the assist from Fox. Fox has got his 7th assist here tonight. Cincinnati has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. To the right side. Here's Howell. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Fires the 3. And De'Aaron Fox with the 3. Fox has got 10 points now, just in this quarter.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Cincinnati calls timeout. Here we have a rundown of the teams with the best rebounding numbers this season.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
The Lions have gone 6 of 14 in the second quarter. Johnson passes to Rulin. Here's Cooper. To end the cold spell. Rebounded by Oden.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
1:51 left in the first half. And the bucket is good. 6 points for him.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Johnson passes to McGrady. Pass to Cooper. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Back to Johnson. The 3. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
They are shooting it well from beyond the arc right now.
The Nuggets lead by 21. 56 seconds left in the second period. And Fox powers it home.
Explosive speed gives Fox the clear advantage on the drive. He gets down the lane so fast.
Johnson for 3. Rebounded by Oden. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Denver. Throws it up high. Here's Cooper. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Offensive rebound. Shot's good by Olajuwon.
Everybody appreciates that extra effort on the glass.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. There's a screen. Fox outside. 5 to shoot. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Fox gets the defender with the oldest trick in the book, using the pump fake to get a trip to the free throw line.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he drops it first.
And looking at Fox, a microwave scorer and Tasmanian devil running up and down the floor. A fun player to watch.
And both free throws good for Fox. 9 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Johnson for 3. Knocks down the triple. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter. And so it's De'Aaron Fox making highlights for the Nuggets. Absolutely carrying the offense. He ends the quarter with 14. Back to the game after this break.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Denver Nuggets.
They're giving a master class in ball movement right now, running the offense, finding the open man, and it leads to a bunch of high percentage looks.
Yeah, great chemistry at that end. And now it's time to bring up the Players of the Month in the NBA. In the Western Conference, Stephen Curry.
Chef Curry adding another one to his collection. He's as deadly as he's ever been. Controls the pace of the game, makes guys around him better. A class act with a lot of basketball left in him.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
With the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Boy, it's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
On the court for the Lions. They've got Johnson, and it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. Three-pointer, Fox. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out, just going right for the slam.
Well, defensively, you've got to put a body on him. That guy will ruin you on the offensive glass.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 20 points.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Jokic with a screen on Johnson. Clock at 6. Here's Korver. It's hauled in by Cincinnati. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's stolen by Fox. Over to the wing. Here's Korver. And they'll get another chance. Pass to Jokic. Denver moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. They set the pick. Three-pointer, Fox. It's hauled in by Cincinnati.
And I'm sure this isn't how they drew it up at the half. Only 1 for 5 here in the third quarter.
Johnson on the wing. He's covered by Fox. Here's McGrady. And again, it's Cincinnati with a 3.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Cincinnati foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Back to Fox. Just 5 to shoot with the 10-footer. And there's the rejection. And here's Johnson. 20 points for him. Down low. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Now a timeout called by Denver. Cincinnati making a change here. we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Pass to Jokic. Here's Korver to end the drought. The Nuggets with another miss. Johnson for three. Nene grabs the board.
Well, after nailing the first three out of the break, you can give him a pass for not making that one as well.
Here's Korver. Knocks down the long J. Korver's got 14 points for the game.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
McGrady the pass to Johnson. Here's McGrady. Give him 8 points now. Shot clock at 6. The three is up. Rebounded by Johnson. Denver leading by 17. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Drexler passes to McGrady. Picked by Reed. Now Johnson. Pass to Howe. Here's McGrady. 18 feet out. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Nene's got 4 rebounds in the game. Now Jokic. Here's Gervin. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
Johnson for 3. On target from range. Johnson's got 8 here in this quarter.
Well, he hit 4 threes in the first, and now he's drained 2 more here in the second quarter. Absolutely on fire from deep.
Here's Korver. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 16.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, Commissioner Adam Silver talked about tweaking the game. He said analytics take sports in a certain direction because it's a coach and GM's job to win, and they'll do everything they can to do so under the existing rules. It's on us to adjust because we're also looking at the aesthetic appeal of the game. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much for the report, Allie. Timeout called, the Nuggets. And with All-Star Weekend approaching, let's see what's going on in the West. You look at Denver. Right now, they're in 9th place. Definitely not the kind of success they envisioned at this point of the season.
Yeah, seeing where the Nuggets are, they're sort of where we expected them to be at this point. A tough opponent, but not a team that you fear.
And this is just about where I thought they'd be. The truth is, to get to the next level for this team, they're probably going to need to make a big trade at some point.
On the take. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Check out the handles. A spin move like that is how you lose the nearest defender.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
And I've also been very impressed with their ball movement. It has led to better shots. The offense overall has had a great rhythm.
All right, Legs, when it comes to rim protection, other than Victor Wembanyama, who's at the top of your list?
Well, certainly his fellow countryman Rudy Gobert would be up there, but I also like guys like Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley because I like guys who combine shot blocking with mobility on the perimeter.
Such an influx of great talent with size in the NBA right now.
Great list of young guys who can do both. When you can shoot over the top of people and hit a high percentage from out there, you are in rare company.
Back to Reed. Nene grabs the board. Nene's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's a pick inside. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Pass Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Wall. Johnson with a bucket. Johnson's got 10 points here in the second half.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Out to the right wing. Here's Gervin. Give him 8 points now. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Personal foul. Second team.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your Nuggets, Gervin.
And he makes the first. Wells is checked in for Johnson. Second free throw, no good. Cincinnati has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Here's McGrady. 10 points for him. That three's off the mark. Here's Worthy. He's covered by Wells. Puts one up from 19. It's hauled in by Cincinnati.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
Here's the teardrop. Here's McGrady. Pass to Drexler. Offensive rebound. A moment now to see how the schedule is shaping up for Cincinnati. On Wednesday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings. Then on Tuesday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Houston Rockets.
And for their matchup with Cleveland, a win for them in that one would be huge. Lots of bragging rights when you take down the top team in the league.
The first free throw is good. So he picks up just one from the line that time. And it's Wall with the ball for Denver. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Got a hand on it. Here's McGrady. Wall covering. Pass to McGrady. And here's Reed. Cincinnati working the ball around now. Drexler. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Drexler's gotten 4 this quarter.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
Wall looking over the floor. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. And the Nuggets lead by 19.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Out of bounds. Lions ball as Cincinnati keeps possession. And a check on the league leaders now with the top shooting teams over the previous 10.
And over the last 10 games, they have done a great job at getting the shots they want and shooting a high percentage.
Pass to Olajuwon. Rebounded by Fox.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
36 seconds left in the third quarter. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, they got a little loose with the ball right there, but in general, they've avoided the big mistakes, and they're running away with this.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Jokic is checked in. McGrady, the pass to Reed. Shoots a fadeaway. Rebounded by Denver. Pass to Fox. Here's Oden. Outside Wall. Now Fox. No good from 11 feet. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Nuggets on top, up 19. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, I like the fact he didn't telegraph it. That's poetry in motion right there.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. John Wall is out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Nikola Jokic, and it's Oden in at the 5. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Drops in the 3.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
There's the screen. Fox the pass to Wall. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Cincinnati. Olajuwon's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Drexler. Good work defensively by Fox. Denver leading by 16. Jokic passes to Wall. Here's Korver. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Cincinnati. Olajuwon's got 8 rebounds in the game. Right wing. Reed passes to Wells. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Oden. Here's Korver. The bank shot, no good. Cincinnati has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Drexler passes to Reed. Oh, there's the alley. It's stolen by Fox. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
For Cincinnati, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Pass to Olajuwon. Now here's Wells. Puts up a 3. He drops it from range. Wells has got 6 here in the quarter.
Well, he's not the reason they're down right now. He has played smart, efficient basketball.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
He is just an excellent pick-and-roll option. Jokic always uses his high basketball IQ to find and execute the right play.
Outside Wells. Fires from the corner. Good on the jump shot. Johnson's got 12 points here in the second half.
Well, he's still battling, doing everything possible to keep them in this game.
Fox right side. Pass to Oden. To the wing, right side. Now here's Fox. He's covered by Wells. Here's Howe. Now Wells, covered by Jokic. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Denver moving it around. And the dunk by Jokic.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to get into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I mean, when you're fighting back, you cannot give up plays like that.
Nails it from 3.
He was red hot from the 3 in the first half, and he is showing no signs of slowing down.
Pass to Oden. Here's Korver. On the wing, Fox. He's covered by Wells. Deflected. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball. And they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Lions ball.
The Lions have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Pass to Howe. Now Johnson. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got rebound number 7 tonight. Fox, the pass to Korver. On the wing, Fox. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires it. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Well, fortunately, as he searches for his scoring rhythm, they still have the lead for now.
Pass to Howe.
Denver foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for Cincinnati. Howell. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He does not get the second one. Wells, that's good. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. Pass to Gervin. Back to Fox. Pulls up. And again, it's Denver missing.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
They get it back. Here's Drexler. Spins. Second shot opportunity. Johnson for 3. Rebounded by Oden. Denver leading by 9. Now here's Fox. Pass to Korver. To stop the drought. It's hauled in by Cincinnati. Howell's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Drexler. And it's Denver with a rebound.
The players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Here's Korver. Takes the 3. And again, it's Denver missing.
Yeah, keeps on shooting, keeps on missing. Maybe time to go in a different direction.
A shot by Johnson, no good. Denver has gone 0 for 3 here in the 4th. Here's Korver. Pass to Gervin. And here's Jokic. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
Defensive foul. Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Denver, Nikola Jokic. 1 shot.
Cincinnati has gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the 4th.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you gotta love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. The Nuggets want a timeout.
Nuggets ball timeout.
Sideline. Let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear what the Nuggets head coach was saying to his team. and they told their team, no easy threes. Let's guard that arc. Don't let anyone get an open look. With the lead, they want to close this one out with their perimeter defense. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. The Nuggets lead by 10. Shoots a three. Johnson with the rebound.
Something's off about him this quarter.
He seems like he's moving okay, but clearly something isn't right.
Now Jokic. Here's Hoden from 8 feet. Johnson with the rebound. Tipped. Here's Gervin. Oh, the putback is no good. Wells with it. Fox picks him up. And a one-handed slam.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standard, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Takes a three. The three is in.
Obviously, Fox has good on-ball instincts. He finds a wide-open guy and quickly feeds him.
1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Up again, and he grabs the board and finishes it off.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Here's Korver, covered by Johnson.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Denver, Korver. 2 shots.
Oh, the first of two, no good. A heartbreaker.
We got this.
And he ends up making the second. And that'll push the lead to double digits. Well, Cincinnati's shooting 44% here in the fourth quarter. And Fox comes to help. Yes, sir! Count it!
He's not the quickest guy out there, but he can outsmart you and outwork you.
Denver has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Shots no good. Well, Cincinnati's shooting at 45% of the game so far. Yes, sir! The finish with the jam!
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, everyone in this building knows why they fouled him. He really struggles at the line.
At the line for 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Timeout called, the Lions. They trail by 7. Brady. Buries it!
And that is a high-quality shot. You will take it every time from that close.
Trying here to put the game out of reach.
And that's why it's important to play this one smart.
Here's Korver, guarded by Reed, and that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Denver, Korver. Taking 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he's unable to get the second one. Cincinnati calls timeout. They're down by 6. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
And it has to be a quick hitter. There is no time to waste.
Here's Cincinnati. 6-point game. Jokic with a rebound. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
First free throw is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. And it's an 8-point ball game. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Cincinnati. Cash from downtown. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And now we've got an intentional foul. He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
Adding these extra points is a huge difference this late in the game.
Buries it from outside.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They have found a weakness in the defense, and it's on their ability to defend the three-point line.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. And so it's Denver with the W. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They overcame every one.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaFleur.
Nicole, look.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. And that about wraps it up for Grant.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined courtside by Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And it's Allie LaForce for us tonight on the sideline. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Los Angeles Clippers. And then on Friday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
And you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
So the net starting five. We've got Duncan. Anthony is out there with Edwards. And it's Mutombo. And it's Drapuka in at the small forward. And for the Magic, we've got Knipple. Porzingis is out there with George. Then it's Morant. Glancing. At the players on these rosters. Doors, we see some elite guards on both teams.
Absolutely, Kevin. And the nice thing is these guards are both playmakers and scorers, and the teams rely heavily on their productivity.
Knipple, no good. Anthony with it. Outside Edwards. Back to Anthony. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Now here's Morant. His last outing we saw him pour in 22. Knipple trains the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Drapuka. They get the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Knipple. And another three for Orlando.
It's like reading a picture book for Morant. He makes it look insanely easy.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
I had a chance to catch up with Jamal Mosley. Coach and I talked about the difficulties playing against Anthony Edwards. He said, quote, usually you worry about his offense, but he's shown the last few years that he's a lockdown defender when he wants to be. That's something that we'll need to factor into our game plan. Ant's defense is now a concern for coaches as well. Kevin?
Thank you once again, Allie.
And George looking to score inside whenever it presents itself. I like how this man attacks the game.
Duncan with a screen on George. Here's Drapuka, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Exactly the kind of start you're looking for. They are 4 for 5 out of the gates.
Here's Knipple. No good on the three.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Mutombo is screen on George. Driving the lane, Drapuka passes to Mutombo. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Clock at 6. Pass to Drapuka. Mutombo inside. Edwards against Morant. It's Edwards on the wing. Coming off a solid outing against the Lakers.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
No one covered. 9 points for Knipple.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. now take a look at some of the numbers for him.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Boy, when this guy has got his rhythm, he can be tough to guard.
Mutombo is screen on George. Trapuka passes to Mutombo. And it's Dikembe with the jam.
And that's a big boy dunk right there. He threw that down like a sledgehammer.
That is a violent attack on the rim. Pass to George. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Anthony taking his time here. Over to the wing. Here's Trapuka. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. He goes on Kneppel.
A tremendous score with the ball in his hands. Duncan just too much for the D to handle.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Orlando.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of 3-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
And the first one at the line is good. Here we are, starting to approach the halfway point of the season, DB, but the excitement has not diminished around here.
It has not in any way, shape, or form. This season has been thrilling to watch. To me, it feels like the league as a whole has really stepped up a level.
And Duncan drops them both.
Yeah, the quiet intensity that Duncan brings, just incredible. He's a consistent force whose teammates really look up to.
Here's Kneppel, coming off a solid outing against the Lakers. 6 to shoot. The baseline jam. And it's sent back by Mutombo. And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection.
Here's Morant. No scoring in this one.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it. Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Bounce pass, Porzingis. Kneppel wide open, and he fires. With nobody on him, he parries the jumper.
The more Porzingis proves himself a threat as a passer, the more dangerous he can become as a scorer.
Outside Edwards. That one doesn't go. Morant with some nice D. Porzingis kicks to Morant. Pass to Kneppel. Sinks the triple. Kneppel's got 14 points.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
Nets trail by 8. They can use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Brooklyn. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. Fifth best, the Nets.
I think that's what really distinguishes them offensively. They really like to get out in transition.
And the Nets with possession here. 8-point game. Thompson is screen on person. Outside DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. Jacks up a 3. Walker with the rebound. Magic leading by 8. Pass to Stewart. Walker surveying the floor. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Thompson sets the pick for DeRozan. And it's Thompson that time on the assist from DeRozan.
Well, I think when DeRozan's involved, and obviously the pick and roll is almost always successful. He's got a great sense and knack to be successful in there.
Now here's White. Scoreless thus far. Outside, Walker. Good D by Thompson. Nets trail by 6. DeRozan in the corner. Pass to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. McGinnis. White covering. Here's McGinnis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Denny Avdia, the son of a 6'8 Serbian sharpshooter who played for the Yugoslavian national team, then moved to Israel and met Denny's mom. Denny said he had the same mentality, fire in the eyes. Every night, playing to win. That's how I've always been. That passion is a part of my culture. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Here's Stewart, following the bucket by the Nets. Person the pass to George. Takes it off the glass. That's now 8 points for Paul George.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pass to DeRozan. Tries the spin move. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
An excellent possession by this basketball team. Set tomorrow for an easy opportunity inside.
And George kicks to White. Pass to Person. Here's Walker from the arc. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. To the paint. Here's Avdia. Doesn't go that time. Walker with some nice D. Here's Person. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Person, physical, efficient scorer, especially from deep where you can't give him any room to shoot.
Orlando shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he knocks down the first one. Both teams will make substitutions. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 9 seconds left to play in the first. DeRozan scanning the floor. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Orlando Magic heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And don't go away. We'll be right back. For those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Mutombo. DeRozan out there with Duncan. Then it's Dandridge. And it's Edgecombe in at the one.
Great scorers know how to knock in free throws. DeMar DeRozan, not the guy you want to foul.
Here's Person. Jones, the pass to Morant. Now Knippel. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Dandridge. From deep. The shot will not fall.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Here's Knippel. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Knippel's got 17 now.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And talking to Con Knippel, Greg, he has a burning passion to be great. Just tell him.
Yeah, he gets up before everyone else and goes to work. Some people have called him an old soul, just very mature and disciplined.
Come on now, that's easy money.
And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. 3-point lead. Person kicks to Morant. It's stolen by DeRozan. Triumphs to the hoop. That one good for two.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
You know, Greg, a lot of the best scorers do what you call hunting. Looking to create contact with the defender that they've zeroed in on.
Yeah, and that can be a legitimate technique to really negate a shot blocker. But when the offensive player basically initiates all the contact, we could be without some of those cheap foul calls against the defender.
Here's Knippel, 17 points in the game. Count it. Knippel's got 19 points.
You know, his selectiveness is worth mentioning here. This guy is not forcing shots, and yet he is cooking.
Those and dishes to Edwards. On the clock. Orlando grabs the miss, and this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year. Down low, it's stolen by Edwards. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Trapuka. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mutombo, and it's Dikembe with the jam.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Anthony's checked in for Brooklyn. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
Look at George. And I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing we already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Knippel, no good. The Nets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Outside, Edwards shoots the 3. They get it back. Here's Mutombo, and the layup's good off the glass. Mutombo's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Here's Knippel, offline with his 3.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Here's Anthony. It's rebounded by Person.
Boy, just tremendous effort on defense. That's a clear message from him. No easy buckets.
That bucket in no time at all. Morant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Duncan with a screen on Morant. Edwards against Morant. Right block shot. Still a very tough night shooting for him. That makes him 1 for 8 now. Orlando moving the ball around. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. So for the Magic, Walker's checked in for Porzingis. Paul George comes in for Person. And it's White in for Morant. He makes 1 of 2 that time. For the Orlando Magic, they come in off a good outing against Los Angeles. Pass to Tripucka. Orlando grabs the miss. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, torrid shooting in that one. Some of it was good play calling. Some of it was just making tough shots.
Well, give credit to a couple of their guys for their complete locked-in nature. They were just focused, and they made everything they looked at.
Outside, White. In the corner, Knuckle with it. No good from outside. Brooklyn trailing. Outside, Avdia. Lobs it up for Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Here's Knuckle. He's got 21. Back to George. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Nets. Thompson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
What a valuable asset to have. I mean, Thompson can play the 4, 4, 5, athletic enough to guard on the perimeter and strong enough to bang inside.
Stewart's checked in for the Magic. Edgecombe, he's checked in for the Nets. That one misses. The Magic trailing. Inside. And stolen by Thompson. Pass to Avdia. It's hauled in by Stewart. The Magic shooting 36% in the second quarter. They really haven't found their rhythm yet offensively. The 3 from George. That shot, no good. The Nets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice efficient 50%. On the wing, Thompson. Guarded by Walker. Thompson sets the pick for Avdia. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Now, here's George. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Back to White. 5 to shoot. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Brooklyn leading by 3. Outside Anthony. Avdia, a screen on George. The drive by Anthony, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Anthony's got 6.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
White looking around. Here's Knuckle. And just miss after miss right now.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the 2 teams.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two.
Jones comes in for Walker. And it's Morant in for White. And then for Brooklyn, McAdoo comes in for Avdia. And it's DeRozan in for Anthony. We've got 1:08 left in the first half of the game. Now Stewart. Nothing on the board. Here's Knipple. Here's George. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Brooklyn.
Pass to Thompson. Now DeRozan. To the middle, and that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, how about the powerful move there on that slam from McAdoo? Not many are better than him at getting the job done on the interior. He'll always find a way to finish at the rim when he gets a chance.
Now here's Morant. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Edgecombe with it. Here's DeRozan. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that does it for the first half of play. Nets lead by 7. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Watching them whoop those boys on the boards, that brought a tear to my eye. And I don't cry.
And how about we move it on over? And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. And you know, Con Knipple has really been making it happen, guys.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Knipple out there with Morant. Then it's Paul George. And there's Porzingis. Who's out there for Orlando. And Knipple slams it in.
And that's about length. It's about awareness. It's about anticipation. Porzingis able to kickstart the break.
Edwards against Morant. Trapuka passes to Duncan. Shot clock at 6. Here's Trapuka, defended by George. A shot by Trapuka, no good. George in the post. Anthony on him. George, no good. Nets leading by 5. Edwards passes to Anthony. Back to Edwards. Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside, George to the inside. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Mutombo is screen on Morant. Edwards the bounce pass. Here's Trapuka. It's hauled in by the Magic. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
His scoring hasn't been what we're accustomed to, but as a team, they have been able to find success.
Rebounded by the Nets. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside Anthony. And here's Edwards from the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
George looking over the floor. Fades back for a rebound by the Nets. Duncan's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's sent back by George. Down low, Porzingis. Duncan with the block.
And setting the tone with that rejection. Duncan, the defensive anchor of this team.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Dander just checked in. On defense, the Nets. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Knipple with the bucket.
Even as a rookie, George is showing versatility on both ends. That is a terrific pass.
Now here's Anthony. He has 6. Mutombo sets a screen. Pass to Edwards. Bob pass to Duncan. Porzingis with the steal. In the corner, Knipple with it. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game.
And you talk about getting back into the game, folks. 3 is better than 2.
And you don't need to tell him that. He's used the three-point shot as his primary weapon today. Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
And so the timeout by Jamal Mosley here. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. For Mutombo. These players have been all about defense lately. Here are the steal leaders in the NBA this month. 3rd is Porzingis.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Fires from deep. Another miss by Orlando.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Edwards passes to Duncan. Over Porzingis. Misses off the left iron. The Magic trail by 5. Pass to Knipple. Porzingis sets the pick for Knipple. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Inside. Here's Duncan. No good with the fallback jumper. Orlando, they've gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. Pass to Knipple. Once again off the mark, Orlando. Nets leading by 5. Outside Anthony. Now Duncan.
And a chance here to take a look at the numbers for George. He's putting up 6 points tonight, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
Jones checked in for Porzingis. Now Knipple. He has 29. Duncan grabs the rebound. Duncan's got 5 rebounds tonight. DeRozan in the corner. Pass to Duncan.
A moment now to see the numbers for Tim Duncan. And tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. That's good from DeMar DeRozan. The Magic making a switch here. Stewart's checked in. The Nets making a switch here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
This guy, such a professional, right? Goes about his business in a highly consistent way.
Back to Morant. Morant with the screen on Thompson. Pass to George. Can they get it? Rebound, Brooklyn. Avdiev's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And they continue to control the glass.
Here's Edgecombe. This one for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Edgecombe's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
On the wing, DeRozan. Guarded by Morant. Count that one. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Now, DeMar DeRozan will 2-point you to death, folks. He has made his living in the mid-range area.
Morant finds Stewart. Outside, George. Driving in. Pass to Kneppel. Just 5 to shoot. From downtown. Thompson with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive. This guy's been impressive this quarter, putting his team on his back.
Pass to DeRozan. Puts up a 3. Kneppel with the rebound. Kneppel's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside, Jones, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Pass to Thompson. Now here's DeRozan. Here's Trapuka. And again, it's the Nets missing.
At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
And George kicks to Jones. And here's Morant. Launches it. Thompson with the rebound. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Paul George with the steal. Pass to Kneppel. Back to George. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. To the paint. Here's McAdoo. And that one comes up a bit short. From deep three-point land, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll get you back to the action after this break. A moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Setting the floor for the Nets. Mutombo is out there with Duncan. Then there's Edwards. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Trapuka in at the 3 spot. Now here's Edwards. Back to DeRozan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And Duncan gets double teamed. Oh, and the jam by Duncan.
Oh, he is firing his guys up now. Sweet dunk from Duncan. Mesmerizing.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. And here's George. Pass to Morant. Outside, Porzingis. It's Morant in the corner. Just 4 to shoot. The Magic need to get a shot off here. No good on the triple.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Trapuka. Looking to get back on track here, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets?
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Here's Trapuka. Duncan with a screen on George. Trapuka passes to Mutombo. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Nets lead by 18.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Kneppel. On the wing, George. And it's sent back by Mutombo. Morant against Edwards. Out to the right wing. Here's Trapuka. Over George. Again, the Nets for 2.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now, here's George. Pass to Kneppel. Connects again from distance.
He's scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for 3s in a game. And the dunk by Duncan.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Now here's Morant. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Nobody near George. And the 3 off target. Nets leading by 19. Outside Edwards. Mutombo sets a screen. Left side Edwards. Good, nice job down low.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Kneppel with it, covered by Anthony. Here's the screen. Kneppel, no good. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 12-3 run right now. Anthony, the pass to Trapuka. Duncan outside. Morant with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Guys, how about that body control from Porzingis? You think it's easy at 7'3" to gut your way through that kind of contact? That's nice.
One shot.
And so Edwards will bring it up for the Nets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. To the middle, here's Mutombo. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
Assist goes to
Edwards got assist number 5 here tonight.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Now, here's George. Pass to Kneppel. Right side, George. Brooklyn with the rebound. The Nets on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Anthony, the pass to Tripucka. Here's Mutombo. And here is Anthony, guarded by Morant. Here's Tripucka. Sinks the three-pointer. Tripucka's got 7 points for the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Orlando's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And Knippel now top of the key. Count the basket. Knippel's got 37.
Boy, terrific individual effort, almost single-handedly. This guy trying to keep them competitive.
Pass to Tripucka. And the Nets, another 3.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Right wing. Here's Knippel, covered by Anthony. Knippel, no good. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. With the drive. Pass to Edwards. The tray. Another 3 for Brooklyn.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Outside, George. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And look, he's not the best athlete, but he's able to create the space he needs to operate.
In the corner, Knippel with it. Another miss by Orlando.
Well, another tin cup moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from three-point range. This is not a fourth quarter he's going to want to remember.
Here's Tripucka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pulls up, high post. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Oh, here's Edwards. Mutombo is screen on Morant. Pass to Anthony. Here's Tripucka, defended by George. Mutombo sets a screen to the paint. Good for the basket, number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
George, no good. Brooklyn's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Brooklyn.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10. Mutombo is screen on George. Second shot opportunity, and Mutombo finishes inside.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Now, here's George. Good work there as it goes.
Listen, he's carrying his own weight, there's no doubt, but it is very hard to win a basketball game by yourself.
Well, this one is winding down now. Brooklyn can watch the clock run out. Outside Anthony. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this
you.